good morning, good evening, good afternoon, or good night. Whatever time of day that you are listening to the sound of my voice, I hope and I pray that my voice is greeting you in peace. In and with peace I come, and in and with peace I hope to leave. I ask for peace to be upon all of you. I ask for everything that the Most High has in store for you. I ask for it to come upon you. I ask that every righteous work that you do with your hands and you think with your mind, it become manifested towards you ninefolds, even greater than what you're thinking about it as. I thank you for coming over here, as always. I thank you for sharing your energy with me. I thank you for riding this wave with me. And I thank you for getting this charge up and this tune up with me as well. And so as we look out on the threshing floor, we ask ourselves, what is frankincense and myrrh? You see, the world knows it as just some herbs, just some essential oils that you can use when you're in pain. And of course, but there's so much more than that. There's so much more than that. Because when we understand them as a representation of ourselves, we understand that we are more powerful than we even imagine we are. We have more understanding, we have more ability to give towards one another than we can even fathom. And so I pose the question to you once more. What is frankincense and myrrh? Well, in layman's terms, before we get too esoteric and too deep, frankincense is an aromatic resin used in many forms and most notably incense and perfumes, obtained from trees of the genus Boswellia frankincense. It's tapped from the scraggy but hard trees by cutting the bark and allowing the exuded resin to bleed out. The hardened bleed out of frankincense is called tears. The Boswellia sacra trees are considered unusual for their ability to grow in environments that many other plants can't. They sometimes grow out of solid rocks, which initially the means of attachment to the rock is unknown, but is accomplished by a bulbous, dish-like swelling in the trunk. This growth prevents it from being ripped from the rock during violent storms. Throughout the history, frankincense has been a symbol of righteousness. Frankincense has been a symbol of righteousness. Frankincense has been a symbol of righteousness. I feel it coming, man. Oh man, oh man, oh man. I hope y'all getting the message so far. We're gonna talk about it when I get to the end. Frankincense, along with myrrh, are mentioned over 100 times in the Hebrew Bible. The offering of frankincense to the Son of Creation was a symbolic willingness to become a sacrifice. Read that one more time. The offering of frankincense to the Son of Creation was symbolic of his willingness to become a sacrifice, wholly giving himself up, analogous to a burnt offering. The Hebrew term Nebodah Zakah indicates that frankincense was presented as a pure offering, hence the literal breakdown of the name. Myrrh is a natural gum or resin from small, thorny tree species of the genus Commiphora. The resin of myrrh has been used throughout history as a perfume incense and a traditional medicine. The word myrrh corresponds with a common Semitic root, myrrh, which means bitter. Its name entered the English language from the Hebrew Bible, where it was called mor, or rather yet mar. Myrrh is listed as an ingredient in the anointing oil used to anoint the tabernacle. High priests and kings also used it when they were going through their anointing ceremony. I know if y'all don't watch a few of my videos by now, y'all know where I'm going with this. But before I get to the conclusion, I'm gonna just read off and go over a few points in my head that are just itching to get out. So if you were paying attention to what I said, it says the frankincense tree, the boswellia tree, because frankincense is the tears that come out of it. The boswellia tree in which the frankincense comes out of, right? It grows in environments where other trees cannot. I know we're speaking about a few trees which have that ability, but what about the ability that you have? Sometimes as a people, we want to look back in our history, we want to look back in our past and say, oh, can't I just go back to when it was like this? And sometimes we want to look to the future and I can't wait till I'm not in this situation. When brothers and sisters, the fight is not for the weak, the fight is neither for the strong. The fight is for those who can endure till the end. See, you are in this situation because you need to grow. You were in those situations in the past that you're looking back on because you needed to get to the point where you are now in your life for you to reach and give something that you never did before. And although, like the the boswellia tree, when you are connected to that rock, that solid rock, although some people don't understand how you are attached to that rock, you still grow anyway. And although the swelling process of you growing does not feel quite good to you, if you had eyes to see deeper than your physical countenance right now at the current moment, you will understand the pain in which you are going through is going to produce something inside of you that the comfortability that you had become akin to, you could not have produced it in. Now, the swelling process that the boswellia tree has to go through in order to attach to this rock is what makes it able to, when turbulence comes, although the wind might blow on it extremely hard, when turbulence comes its way, that swelling that it went through in its growing process, in its germinating process, in the beginning is what allows it to stick, to form, and to combine to the rock, which is its hedge of protection. Now, for the sakes of not becoming too preachy, I'll move on. But brethren, I hope you get the point. The medicinal uses. Myrrh, gum especially, is commonly claimed to remedy indigestion, ulcers, colds, cough, asthma, lung congestion, arthritis pain, and here goes that C word, cancer. Myrrh is a common ingredient of tooth powders. Myrrh and borax in tinctures can be used as a mouthwash. For pets, myrrh can also be used in diluted forms to heal common wounds. So anybody out there that might got like a little dog, a horse, a cat, I don't know, whatever type of animal existence has placed within your life, myrrh is not only good for you, but it's good for them. Now, what I suggest you do is just if you got like a little cat or a dog around your house. And like just a few sprinklings of the powder or a few sprinklings of the essential oil, and just dilute it in some water and just rub it on a small area of their skin, see how they react to it, and if they like it, or if they react to it in a way that seems that they're getting better, I suggest you keep on using it for them, because it not only protects you, it protects them. And we want our friends to live, right? So yeah, help them out. Each one teach one, each one reach one. For humans, myrrh can be used in salves that can be applied to abrasions and minor cuts and skin ailments. And for those who hear me in the back, and skin ailments. If anyone knows anyone with muscle pains, bruises, and bodily aches, and even sprains, and even regular toothaches, myrrh is good for it all. In Chinese medicine, myrrh is said to have special efficacy on the heart, liver, and spleen meridians. It is said to have a powerful blood-moving capabilities in which can even purge stagnant blood from the uterus. Now over here we understand how powerful the blood is. Over here we understand how powerful the energy of the earthly mother is. And when we understand ourselves, we understand that they are one in the same. And how beautiful it is to finally understand the name. We understand that energy not only flows in us, but it flows around us. We understand the chi, the life force of all of existence. We understand how it flows in us and around us. We understand that the blood is more than just a reddish liquid that goes through and lives in your skin. It's what helps heal you. And the moving of it, just like the moving of water in a beach or water in a lake, is what keeps the lake clean and purged. Let me ask you, have you ever been around water where the water has not been moving? If you're around water where it's not been moving, sometimes the water might give off a certain stench. Just like when you're around ponds that don't get a lot of wind around it, sometimes it gets kind of stenchy. So that's what happens to us at the same time as well. When we're around places that we're not moving, sometimes we get a little stenchy. And so that's why we have to make sure that our blood is moving and make sure that our environment around us is moving. That's when you know the full balance will be there. And when there is no balance, there can be no health. Let's get back to this info. Frankincense helps control bleeding, speeds up the wound healing process, improves oral health, fights inflammation and uterine health, and is good for uterine health, Frankincense contains boswellic acid, which may fight inflammation. Inflammation causes redness, swelling, and heat. It happens after an injury and during many illnesses. When inflammation occurs, the body produces white blood cells as a part of its defense mechanism. Boswellic acid inhibits, here goes another big word, fam, but we're going to get through it. All right, here we go. Lipoxygenase. There we go, we got it. Lipoxygenase. And it targets free radicals and cytokines. All of these play a role in inflammation. Frankincense just doesn't reduce inflammation. It attacks cancer cells, not by the way, but directly. Cancer cells are not foreign invaders, but yet cancer occurs when the body's cells grow out of control, attacking healthy tissues. Most cancer treatments kill healthy cells, while the bad ones also are killed as well. Frankincense targets cells, cancer cells more appropriately, without harming healthy cells. So in the modern form of medicine, one of the issues that a lot of people are having is that not necessarily the chemo or the other forms of radiational treatment that people are getting doesn't quote unquote kill the cancer cells themselves, but along with killing the cancer cells, they're killing the cells that your people need. Like, not only does chemo does that, but a lot of the antibiotics that a lot of people are taking for a lot of different illnesses that they're having, yeah, it gets rid of like a little infection here and there, but it doesn't help you, because along with your good, along with the bad, it also does the body a lot of harm as well, because it gets rid of the good cells as well, which your body needs to replenish itself. And so it's just a little nugget here. If you have like a little stomach infection or something, get probiotics and natural herbs. I'd say stay away from the antibiotics for a little bit, because they'll do the same thing in a micro sense as what chemotherapy will do to a cancer patient. So you want to keep your good cells while getting rid of the bad. And as I just said, get you some frankincense and you get it in the bag. I just had to make that rhyme. You, if you've been over here for a while, you know, bruh. All right. Myrrh and frankincense combined. When both myrrh and frankincense are combined together, a power-packed benefit is released. Myrrh moves and directs blood flow, while frankincense moves life energy. These plants are healing on an emotional, physical, and spiritual level. Both oils stand strong on their own, but when combined together has an even greater impact. Combined, the essential oils promotes relaxation by helping to open airways and reduce blood pressure. By helping to open airways and reduce blood pressure. Now, if you're extremely inflamed, like a lot of people are, having blood flowing to the proper places is something that we all need. And none of that can happen if your airways are clogged and if your blood ways are clogged. If the air can't flow and the blood can't flow, oh my gosh, that's a no-no. All right. Let's get the last sentence back. To open airways and reduce blood pressure, and is connected to feelings of mental tranquility, which is excellent for prayers and meditation or a de-stress massage. For women, the combination can help to regulate menstrual cycles and aid with a variety of menstrual-related issues. They help to heal scars, ease respiratory trouble, and decongestes the body. The combination of the two is not only revitalizing, but also regenerative. When either inhaled or applied topically, the power of the oils can help to revitalize the nervous system and lymphatic system as well. In traditional Hebrew and Chinese medicine, qi or kai is believed to be a vital force forming part of the levity of all of our beings. Qi is the air that flows in and around us. It is life force of creation and material energy and energy flow of all of existence. These two oils, when combined, help to balance and redirect our qi so that we gain better balance in our everyday lives. Now, family, let me ask you something. Do you seek balance? Do you seek homeostasis, or do you seek disruption? Because I'm going to state something to you real quick. When When I talk about all these different things, herbs, fruits, nuts, vegetables, even animals on this channel, I'm not just talking about something that's foreign to me. I'm talking about something that actually is me. Because in a sense, you see, we look at the broad scope and we take the wallet-sized picture out of our wallet and we frame it. Because we don't look at the small picture, we look at the big picture. And so when we see the frankincense and myrrh, just like I said in the beginning, some people just see it. Oh, it's frankincense and myrrh. Oh, it's in the Bible. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's that. No, when you start seeing it as a relative, you start understanding that you guys are actually related. And so you start understanding that the same power that the frankincense, that the myrrh can do, help move the blood so the blood can flow. And the same thing that you can be doing in your everyday life. Some of you might not have the money to get no myrrh. Some of you might not have the money to get no frankincense. But what you do have is the ability to wake up every day in purpose. To wake up every day knowing that you, within yourself, you will not be stagnant. To know that you, within your community, you will not be stagnant. If you see a problem, you go directly towards it. You don't go around it. You don't go above it. You don't go underneath it. You meet it head on. Not disrespectfully though, but with the all power of faith behind you, knowing that you can do all things. So brethren, I charge you to start becoming like the myrrh. Start becoming more than you were in the past. I charge you become more and more like the frankincense. Start being revitalizing to your area where you live. Start being revitalizing to your own self. The thoughts that you think to yourself are not just thoughts, they are vibrations that reverberate throughout your lymphatic and your nervous system. Now, your nervous system and your lymphatic system are extremely important to your health. Now, these thoughts in which you tell yourself are the thoughts that you will become. So when you ask me what I see, I simply tell you, I see more and I see free. Because when I look at this frankincense and this myrrh, I see what I can be. No real need to get no real fancy with it. I don't got to get no degree with it. I don't got to get no letters behind my name to understand that. I just know when I look at the earthly mother, I see what I can be. And she's strong. She's able to heal deep within inside of me and deep within inside of us. So brothers and sisters, get off the cusp and come walk with us. I know honestly I'm rhyming, but I honestly don't mean to. It's just flowing. It's like a river that's been unclogged. It's just flowing out of me right now. So brothers and sisters, I want to thank you guys all, brethren, walking this road with me, this Old Town road with me. I thank you, truly. Because we all are one and the same. The seed that flows through me is also the seed that can flow through thee. Alright. I'm really not trying to rhyme. As I said, it's just flowing out. I'm just letting it flow. Eventually, y'all gonna get used to this. Yeah, man, frankincense and myrrh. We went over how it helps alleviate inflammation at your body. We've went over how it helps your stomach. We've also went over something that I will go over even further in the future, how it helps your lymphatic system and your nervous system rejuvenate themselves. And so, brothers and sisters, I hope this however long message that you've been listening to me with, riding this wave with me on, has been edifying to not only your body but your soul as well. I ask that everything that you need to do, you accomplish. Everything that should be given to you, it is given to you ninefold. I ask that the Most High gives everything to you in grace Because although it might not be on your time, it's right on time anyway. Because if you get it the way you wanted to get it, you might not need, or you might not get everything that you need with it. And so sometimes in life, you got to work with it a little bit. I'm saying, just like a woman, she might be late sometime, but she late for a reason. She late because she preparing something for you that if she got there in a time that you originally stated, you wouldn't have had it. And so my people, be patient. Understand that everything around you is moving for your benefit. So thank you for chilling with me. Thank you for vibing with me. Thank you for riding with me. And I see you a little later. I was about to rhyme again, but I stopped myself. I'm just let it flow eventually. All right, brethren, family. Peace.